Welcome to the Weekly Bat.
Welcome to the Weekly Bat for the week of May 30th to June 5th, 2020. Starting off the week with some excellent news, a growth announcement and milestone. 5 years ago, Brendan Eich and Brian Bondi co-founded Brave. Today, we passed 15 million monthly active users and 5 million daily active users. Also, 1,530 privacy-preserving ad campaigns in 1 year. Thank you to our users and looking forward to our next 5 years. This May, Brave saw its monthly active users pass the 15 million mark with 15.4 million users, a growth of 50% since the Brave 1.0 launch this past November, and of 125% or 2.25x over the past year. Daily active users also went up significantly, with 5.3 million users browsing with Brave on a daily basis, up from 2 million 1 year ago. In addition, Private by Design Brave ads brought in 1,530 campaigns since their launch last year, a 255% increase from the 400 campaigns reported in October 2019. And Sponsored Images delivered 25 campaigns since their launch in February of 2020. Recent campaigns included brands such as Verizon, Newegg, Chipotle, and PayPal/Honey, in addition to earlier campaigns by Amazon, Harry's Razors, Intel, CBS, Kind Snacks, Logitech, Lenovo, Grubhub, Belkin, QuickBooks, and Evernote. While we're on the growth track, we might as well mention that Brave is the number 2 ranked free app in Japan this week, ranking higher than TikTok. That is a big deal. Up next, Brave CEO Brendan Eich talks how to beat surveillance capitalism on the Outlier Ventures Podcast. Here's the episode description. Brendan is co-founder and CEO of Brave Browser. As the creator of JavaScript at Netscape in the 90s, he talks about how its success and ubiquity alongside cookies and behavioral tracking led to the business model of surveillance capitalism that has come to dominate the web. We discuss how the industrialization of the ad tech ecosystem and its layers of intermediation has not only led to erosion of its user privacy, but also a poor web experience, and how Brave's Basic Attention Token incentivizes a better outcome for publishers, users, and brands. Up next, an independent contributor via Forbes covered what I believe is a very special moment for Brave. The piece is titled, Joe Rogan just gave millions of Google Chrome users another surprising option. Spoiler alert, it's Brave. Google Chrome is the world's biggest internet browser with a staggering near 60% market share, but new rivals are gaining ground amid rising privacy concerns. This week, podcaster Joe Rogan, who has recently been thrust into the limelight after he signed a major deal with streaming service Spotify, revealed he uses the cryptocurrency-powered Chrome rival Brave to avoid internet ads and Google's overzealous tracking. Up next, we have a little update on a long-awaited feature. The verified Uphold wallet on Android is coming very, very soon. It's due out in version 1.10, which is expected to roll out in the next few weeks. This week in Sponsored Images. This week, you can find images from Honey, this is a USA campaign, BlockFi, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and United Kingdom, eToro, this is a worldwide campaign except for Canada, Grayscale, global campaign, and LA Blockchain Summit, global campaign as well, in Brave's new tab page. Our growing list of new tab page sponsors includes Verizon, PayPal, Newegg, Western Digital, Chipotle, Khan Academy, Crypto.com, Tezos, Upland, and more. Wow, this list is getting long and impressive. What brands would you like to see in the new tab page? I'm curious. Let us know in the comments. Brave Creator Spotlight in partnership with Everpedia. Our first featured creator of the week is Music King. Music King, that's Muzicking, is an LA-based rap artist who created his own indie music label, Rockstar, that's Rokkstar, so he can sign artists and release music on his own terms. From his website, musicking.com, Music King creates high-energy music that moves the people. He makes ratchet music with beats that inspire girls to twerk, paired with witty punchlines in lyrics that curate a feel-good vibe that inspires listeners to dance. Tell me that didn't make you curious. If you want to check out Music King's music and show dates, if you live in the LA area, his website is musicking.com. Again, that's music with a Z. We've also included links to his YouTube channel and Everipedia's entry on him in the Weekly Bat blog post, so be sure to check that out as well. Our next creator of the week is Justin Wang. Justin's Tales from the Internet YouTube series covers unsolved mysteries, conspiracy theories, and other internet ephemera. According to Justin, he's digging up the weirdest stories from the internet and real life that you didn't know you needed to know about. The link to what you didn't know you needed to know is in the Weekly Bat blog post, as well as the link to Everipedia's entry on Justin Wang. Client updates. This week, the Desktop Nightly channel progressed to version 1.12.5. The Desktop Dev channel progressed to version 1.11.53. The Desktop Beta channel progressed to version 1.10.85. The Android Release channel progressed to version 1.9.79. And Brave for iOS graduated to version 1.17. Just a reminder to please be sure to keep your Brave browser updated to the latest version at all times. This will allow you to stay ahead of bugs and benefit from all the latest updates and fixes. To update your Brave browser on desktop, type brave://help into your URL bar. If you're on mobile and don't already receive the latest updates automatically, you can manually update your Brave browser app from your app store. Brave team tweets. Brave CEO Brendan Eich tweets, Brave at 15.4 million monthly active users and 5.3 million daily active users for May 2020. Solid work by the team given difficult macroeconomic environment. Bat.watch shows greater than 700,000 creators and batgrowth.com gives lower bound. Sync V2 in nightly by next week. Major reliability focus. Brave's head of marketing Des Martin tweets, BTS, and yes, he's referring to the huge K-pop boy band BTS, partner with Brave in Japan. BTS fans can now get a custom version of Brave with BTS backgrounds. Wow. Senior Developer Relations Brave Samson tweets, I love it when the Brave team delivers some big updates, but at the same time, we drop a few small ones here and there which make me almost as happy. As of today, we have a brave.com/security.txt endpoint for hackers and other security folks who'd like to report findings. Brave Samson also tweets, end-to-end encryption in Brave Nightly, now available for experimental use. Check it out and let us know what you think. Step 1, select E2EE from the menu. Step 2, create a secret key. Step 3, enjoy the privacy. Your data is nobody's business but yours. Oh, and we have one more tweet also by Brave Samson. He writes, I can practically feel the impact Brave is making on the world. It's as if 15 million people collectively put their foot down in defiance of online surveillance, causing the earth to quake in response. Bat and Brave in the news. There was lots of coverage on our user growth announcement from earlier this week, but we'll just highlight a few pieces here. The first one is from BTC Manager. Brave browser surges past 15 million monthly active users and 5 million daily active users. Brave, a web browser that aims to give users complete control over their digital identity and privacy, continues to witness widespread adoption in terms of the number of its users. According to a recent announcement, the browser saw its monthly active users grow to 15.4 million in May, a growth of 50% since the Brave 1.0 launch in November 2019. Similarly, the browser's daily active users surged to 5.3 million, up from approximately 2 million users 1 year ago. In the same vein, the browser's flagship Brave Ads experienced a significant surge in interest from some leading global brands. Since its launch last year, the browser's private by design Brave Ads has attracted about 1,530 campaigns, a healthy increase from the 400 campaigns reported in October of 2019. Notably, Brave ads campaigns are now supported in 183 countries. The upward traction in terms of adoption has been a resounding success for Brave ads as they saw their CTR, or click-through rate, jump to an impressive 9% vis-a-vis the 2% industry average. Compared to the 97 million ad confirmation events reported in October of 2019, Brave ads witnessed a mammoth 930% surge with over 1 billion ad confirmation events to date. News you should know. This piece is by the Indian Express. Explained. The recent lawsuit against Google for, quote, tracking incognito internet use. On Tuesday, June 2nd, Google was sued in a proposed class action suit in the US. The lawsuit alleges that the company tracks people even when they are browsing the internet using the private mode. The class action suit demands $5 billion from Google's parent firm, Alphabet, for violating the federal wiretap law and the Invasion of Privacy Act. It also claims that Google's interception of user data is intentional and unlawful. Jose Castaneda, a Google spokesman, told Reuters that the company will defend itself, quote, vigorously against the claims. As we clearly state each time you open a new incognito tab, websites might be able to collect information about your browsing activity, Castaneda was quoted as saying in the report. Last month, the company was sued by Arizona's Attorney General Mark Brnovich, who alleged that Google violated user privacy by tracking the user location even when it had been turned off. On May 28th, Brnovich tweeted, "Today we filed a consumer fraud lawsuit against Google for deceptive and unfair practices used to obtain users' location data, which Google then exploits for its lucrative advertising business." Up next, we have a piece by CNET. How to maintain your digital privacy at protests. Digital privacy has always been a concern for activists who take precautions to make sure oppressive government regimes can't track them down and silence their advocacy. With daily protests happening across the US, thousands of people are finding themselves becoming activists for the first time. Protesters have taken to the streets in a number of cities to demonstrate against police brutality after George Floyd, an unarmed black man, died when an officer pinned his knee against Floyd's neck for nearly 9 minutes. The officers involved have been arrested and charged, but police continue to escalate forceful measures against protesters exercising their First Amendment rights. If you are attending a protest, you know the risk of surveillance is high. Police have used tools like warrants to amass information on large crowds, social media surveillance to monitor protesters, and facial recognition to identify people. Roaring fans. Sonu Agarwal from Twitter writes, "Just received my monthly Brave reward, 11.5 BAT tokens, which is worth $4. Thank you, Brave. The Brave browser experience is getting better every day." Shadowbanned Cameron tweets, "Damn, Joe Rogan and Reggie Watts had an episode drop today and they both said they use Brave. Crazy big exposure." Batty Branches on Reddit writes, "I'm pleased to report that both my monthly incoming BAT payments as well as my outgoing monthly BAT payments all occurred flawlessly this month. Thank you, Brave." That's a wrap for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you would like to read the full stories whose headlines we cover on the podcast, be sure to read the accompanying weekly BAT blog post. You can find that on batcommunity.org always. Or if you're listening on YouTube, check the description box below the video for a link. And if you're listening on a podcast app or player, check the show notes. Thank you for listening. If you like these podcasts, be sure to follow or subscribe to stay up to date with the BAT community.